All right, in this video we are looking at the percent proportion. So you can find the percent of any number using this proportion. A is P percent of W. So A being a part and W being the whole would be equal to P percent out of 100. So I know that can sound kind of confusing in algebra terms. So here's a simple example. 10 is 50% of 20. So 10 is our part, 10 is A, and that's 50% of the whole 20. So 10 over 20, A over W, is equal to 50 over 100, where 50 is P, the percent. So let's look at a couple examples of that. What percent of 15 is 12? So we want the percent of 15. So that's our whole. That's W. And 12 would be A, right? That's the part. So A over W, 12 over 15, is equal to P over 100, where P is the percent. So we want to know what percent of 15 is 12. And we have our proportion here. So remember, we can solve a proportion using our cross products rule. So 15 times P will be equal to 12 times 100. Now all we have to do is solve for P, so we divide both sides by 15. And P will be equivalent to, so 15 goes into 12 0 times, and it goes into 120, I believe, 8 times. 8 times 5 is 40, and 8 times 1 plus 4, yes. So that would be 8 times, and then 15 goes into 0 times. So P is equal to 80. 12 is 80% of 15. Looking at another example, we have 3 is what percent of 5? So again, 3 is our part, that's A. 5 is our whole, and we want to know 3 is what percent of 5? So 3/5 is equal to P over 100. And again, we can use our cross products rule here, or you might recognize in this case, we have a nice easy denominator. 5 times 20 is 100. So 3 times 20 would give you P, which is 60. So P equals 60, meaning 3 is 60% of 5. Okay, so now we can use our same proportion, our same percent proportion to find the part. So again, the part is A. So this one says, what number is 0.5% of 200? So again, this time the number, the part, is A. So that's what we're solving for. 200 is W, our whole, and 0.5% means our P, our percent, is 0.5, which you can see here. So once again, we're just solving this proportion. So you can use your cross products rule to solve for A. You have A times 100, that would be 100A, is equal to 200 times 0.5, which is 100. So we divide both sides by 100, and A is equal to 1. So 1 is 0.5% of 200. Another example, we have what number is 80% of 60? So again, we want to know what number is 80% of 60. So A is that number. 60 is our whole. And we want 80%. So P is 80 over 100. And once again, cross products rule to solve for A, we get 100A equals 60 times 80, which would be 4,800. And we divide both sides by 100 to solve for A. So A would be 48. So 48 is 80% of 60. Okay, now the last thing we can find with our percent proportion would be the whole. So we found the percent, P, we found the part, A. Now we can also find W, the whole. So we have here 150%, so that's P, 150, of what number, that's W, is 30. So we have 30, that's our part, A, and we have our percent, 150. We want to solve for W, right? 150% of what number is equal to 30? So here, again, we can just use our cross products rule to solve for W. 150W is equal to 30 times 100, which would be 3,000. So we divide by 150 to solve for W. $150 goes into 300 twice, and 150 goes into 0 times. So W is equal to 20. So 150% of 20 is 30, or 30 is 150% of 20. One last example problem here. 1/2 is 25% of what number? So 1/2 is A. 25%, 25 is P, and we want to solve for W. So 1/2 over W is equal to 25 over 100, and we use the cross products rule. So we have 25W is equal to 1/2 times 100, which would be 50. And we divide both sides by 25 to solve for W, and W is equal to 2. So 1/2 is 25% of 2.